Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? I hope you are wonderful. I guess the first question I should ask is, can you hear me okay? Hopefully you can. As you can see, I am not in my home office like normal. I'm actually, instead of hosting tonight from South Florida, I am actually in Bend, Oregon, visiting some family of Jennifer's. And thank you, Richard. Awesome. Hi to you. Hey, Cecilia, Bill and Kim, Helen and Bucky, Rebecca, Richard and Madeline, Scott, and team. I know we've got some people jumping in and out. I saw that. Kelsey, hi to you as well. And to Jose and some of our friends over there on the YouTube stream. Good to see you all tonight, too. Well, listen, excited to be with you this evening. Uh, Excited about the gentleman that we have presenting our business tonight. So if you're an IBO and you're here tuning in, or maybe you've got a guest with you this evening, or you're a guest and you're tuning in on the YouTube stream, first of all, welcome to our Thursday night business preview. What you're here tonight to see some information about is a business that is designed to help you live life on your terms. And that is, I think, um, something that can resonate with all of us. And so the gentleman that we are going to be having kind of share this with us tonight, I'm just going to be helping to host, is a gentleman by the name of Ivan Morales. He and his wife Carmen have two boys. They live in Puerto Rico, near the city of San Juan, in a suburb out there. And he has a really interesting business background. Not only has he been involved in this business for many years, quite successfully, but he has also had an interesting background personally. He was a model for a period of time. He has a lot of interests in the sphere of, I would call it, media and personal branding um, and helping people to succeed in business. So I don't want to take anything away from him. I'm sure he'll share a little bit of his background, but I say all that to set this up because I think what you're going to find when you listen to Ivan is that he's going to bring perhaps a different perspective than sometimes than maybe what we think about when we think about business and we think about the risks involved in starting something, or the results you can achieve from starting and doing something on your own. So Ivan, if you're there, would love to get you tuned in with me. Let's see if everything's working.
All right, I'm here. Let's see.
All right.
All right, awesome. Yes, can you see me?
Yes, sir. You look great. Ivan, thanks for being here with us tonight.
Oh well, thank you for the invitation, Ken. My pleasure. I mean, it's always awesome to be with you guys.
It's great to have you. Great to have you. All right. Well, maybe give us a little bit of background and so everybody can understand, maybe who's a guest, a little bit about who you are. And I'm going to get your slide deck up and be ready for you.
Sure, sure. Well, thank you very much. Uh, well, I live in Puerto Rico right now. I am in a city called Guaynabo, which it is near San Juan. It's like 15 minutes. That means that I have the beach like 15 minutes away. You know, beautiful palm trees and warm waters. You know, turquoise colors. It's an island. It's an island. So born and raised here, and as you said, I used to work as a model. Actually, that's I I met my wife at a casting. And we've been married 24 years now. So two kids. One is 19, the other one just turned 17, and we're learning how to be how to how to be dads, how to be and and we're very excited about what we're doing, especially right now, and I hope that what I'm gonna be explaining here, it'll be of benefit of some people because it is so great of an opportunity, that why not? It's awesome. So we should start, and I always like to start, Ken. What does it mean, that phrase which is on the screen right now, right? It says live on your terms, right?
Yes.
What does that mean? because it could mean different things for different people. But you know
You
what
know,
does
I think that that's a great point, and it's a great question to ask, and one that we should all be asking ourselves. Um, and I think you nailed it. It's a little bit different for all of us.
right? I mean, for some people, it could be because I'm always asking this question, and the feedback that I get back is, for some people, it's like, having not to worry about waking up in the morning so early, right? Some people like to sleep. Uh, I do like to sleep. Some people will say, well, having the opportunity to do whatever I want to do in my own time, right? And
Hmm.
having that flexibility. So for people, that could be, live on your own terms. Some other people would say, well, not to worry about much, money. The living like, month on a month to month basis. You work, you earn money, so you make your payments, and then you gotta start over again. And some people, they say, well, I'm always starting in zero, right?
Hmm.
And they would like to get out of there and maybe have something that will, you know make a little bit more money so they can have that flexibility as well, right? um and I always like to ask this because you know I keep learning. A lot of people think differently, and I say, well, if it's a group people, and everybody says different things, I ask, how can we resume, how can we get all of that, what you have said, into one thing, and we have it in front of the screen right now. All of that means live on your own terms, or live on your,
Hmm.
which
Yep.
is which we're gonna, and I think that's, you know uh the starting point, right? Independence is the new standard. I've seen that today, on this day and time, you can, work from everywhere, anywhere. You can move around if you have a connection. You can be, you doing, and decrease employee responsibility. That's all the things that we've seen. Companies doesn't
Hmm.
like to have that much responsibility for their own employees. It's a low barrier to entry. It's very interesting, and side hustles have never been more popular. I talk to people, every time, and it's very common and normal that they say, you know what, I drive for, or I do this, but I have this other thing going on, like a
Yep.
high hustle, and I
You,
think
you you know what I was going to say about that? Ivan, sorry to interrupt you. It's people are already entrepreneurs
Mhm,
because many times the thing that they're doing on the side, they're in charge of their life. They make the decision. They have to get the customers. They have to do the work. They are the ones in charge of their schedule. So it's it's like there is this there you know another speaker we had on recently said it used to be that people were trying to make some extra money, and then they make that extra money, and then all of a sudden they need that extra money because they use it all. And so what seems to happen is a lot of people are using these other side businesses or things that they're doing, uh, whatever it is, whether they're using their skills or they're using their assets or whatever, their time or some combination of the three, to do something. And but the problem is they're struggling. So even though they've never been more popular, and they've never been more common, that people are just doing different things on the side,
that's
no matter
right.
what their income is. They could be very wealthy and they still do something on the side. It's fascinating. We live in a very different world today.
And that's the beauty of it. Anybody that says, anyone that says, listen, I gotta make, a couple of $100 a month. Well, they only have to download an app and connect their car, you know, just to
Yep.
give you an example. Or maybe they have a room, spare room, or a property or something. They download another app and they connect it, and they can, you know. And even so, if the person doesn't like to speak with people, right, they download another app and they just deliver food, right? It's
It's true.
really really interesting, you know. So that's very, it's very common right now.
Yes.
Okay, so these side hustles, right, all start with the independence equation. Everybody wants to be, as you said, you know, they're entrepreneurs. They want to do something more, right? And it all, you know, starts with, you know, you wanting to be independent, uh, equals, right, the desire for more, plus the opportunity for extra income, plus, you know, you gotta have skin in the game. So that's the equation. But what I what I what I think makes us special, right? It's like that. It's like we have a new ingredient in this equation, and that ingredient that we, you know, put on the table makes the whole, you know, the whole thing different. It's for the better. All right, so, you know, they emphasize the site and then downplay the hustle. That means that, you know, I was today at the at Condado. What, that's near the beach. That's you know, my boys' school, and I had to take an Uber, right? And then he, you know, he took me to my home, and I, you know, I was asking questions as always do, and you know, he was very happy because he was doing that, and you know, he said that I he managed his own schedule, right? And it's a wonderful thing to do so, and he can make, you know, a couple of, you know, $100 a week. And I say, well, what does that mean, right? He said, well, I drive around 6 7 hours a day, depends, you know. And because he was, you know, a mature guy, like a retired person, right? And he said, well, I'm making like $100 on a daily basis, but I gotta drive, like, you know, 5 6, sometimes 7 hours, you know. And they don't tell you that, you know. They say, okay, download the app and start driving, you're gonna make a lot of money. But wait, whoa,
Yes.
that means that
Yes.
that means that you gotta put in some time, right? And that's it. That's the thing, you know. People doesn't understand that in order to have that, they gotta go to the other one, you know. So it's always on the road, as you said, you know. I have another friend, she has an Airbnb, right? But we're always joking around. Listen, what happens if the toilet explodes at 11:59, right, p.m.? Who's gonna work with that? Who's gonna solve it? Well, I gotta do it because, you know, it's that, or I don't get the stars, right? Or the
Exactly. I was going to say, otherwise you get a bad review.
right,
But you know
right.
what's fascinating about these different things? So I just read, I may have mentioned it on a previous meeting. I just read that the major cities right now that are destination fun cities for Airbnb are seeing a significant decrease in profitability of their properties because there's too many now.
Uh,
And for whatever reason, whether it's more availability or whatever, I couldn't. I would misrepresent it if I said all the different issues that are going on. But what they said was, it's for some cities they're seeing a 50% decrease in profitability compared to a few years ago. And that's a kind of a scary thing if you own a property that's an investment. And I think what they were alluding to is a lot of people bought investment properties they were never planning to live in, thinking that they could rent them out, get a mortgage, rent them out, and they would make money.
oh wow.
And so
Yeah,
it's interesting. So it's exactly what you just said. They emphasize the side, hey, everybody can do it. They downplay the risk, the hustle, the
exactly.
stress that could occur.
So, you know, it's their terms, not yours, because as I always say, you know, we live in an island, and we have a few atmospheric situations like hurricanes and stuff. And one of the hurricanes, all of the antennas, you know, they went away because of the winds. So there was no apps working, right? In the pandemic, well, they shut off all these apps. So it's a good thing that we had that, but you're not in control. Some
Yes.
The algorithm is in control, right? You trade dollars for hours again, right? So that means that you're not truly independent, and that's what we
Yep.
are looking for. So hustle harder is not the goal. I don't think anybody say, listen, I'm gonna wake up today, I'm gonna work harder today, or no, you want to have some flexibility. So this is the equation, right? So to be a successful and sustainable business, you have to change the equation. So this is our ingredient: control, right? Independence equals desire for more plus opportunity of extra income plus skin in the game plus control. Once we have control, everything changes because now you are in control, and I think that's a great thing, right? The best business on your terms. Business is we can work from anywhere, right? Low risk, and 1 hour doesn't mean one income. That's one of the best things that I like. It's that 1 hour can represent multiple streams of income,
Agreed.
and when you have control, right, that's what we want, and on your terms, business gives you control. So I'm gonna ask you, Ken, what would you rather? You hustle harder or live on your own terms?
Listen, I got
Or
to tell you right now that there was a time in my life when that, of course, sounds like a silly question, but I did not understand how to, or if there really was another way to live on my own terms. I only understood hustle harder. I only understood that my only pathway to success was I was going to have to work harder. But the answer, of course, is I want to live on my own terms. And as it's a silly question, right? Because we know that you're going to have skin in the game. There's going to be effort that you have to put into anything. There's a learning curve. There's effort involved. There's this the what's the right word? The uncomfortableness that comes from maybe not knowing how to do something, but knowing that you're capable if you can start to put it together. You just have to figure it out. You know, all of that is involved. But, to answer your question, of course, and I think I would speak for everybody here, we want to live on our own terms.
exactly. I mean, that's the way to go, right? So you still can, make money with the other side hustles, but right, again, reliant on inconsistent algorithms, right? Always dependent on your ability and time. Because I mean, let's say you drive, right? You have one of these apps that you drive, and then you are, I don't know, at a wedding, and they are doing the first dance, and then that's the party. After that, it's gonna be everybody, you know having a great time, but you're not gonna go out of the wedding to go and drive, right? So you're dependent on your ability and your time, which
Yes.
leads you right back, right, where you started. Now, this is the interesting part, right? We are breaking schemes, paradigms. This is a corporation, and I love the corporation because I have the opportunity to know the corporation, which is Amway, right, since I was a kid. Because I used to go with my dad selling door to door soap. That was what they did back in the 80s.
Yep.
It was interesting. It was, you learn a lot. Of course, that's not what what Amway does right now. I mean, if you haven't heard what they are doing, like a year ago, it's completely, this, social media, and it's amazing. Me as a kid, seeing what's going on right now, it's another planet, right? And I think
Absolutely.
you can agree with that because you and I, we more than you mean you have more experience in that area, right?
I couldn't agree more. And it's interesting because if you're a guest tonight, there's probably, especially if you're under 40, or you're in your 30s or 20s, you probably had never heard of the Amway business before somebody talked to you about it. You probably just never heard about it. It's a small Michigan-based company. When we say small, I mean it's small in the sense that it's in a little town called Ada, Michigan, and they have a 1 mile long stretch of road with manufacturing facilities in the U.S. I think they have um, laboratories and facilities all over the world. Now it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation that's in like 100 countries and territories. But what's interesting is when people say, "So what is it? What, who is it? What is this company?" Well, it's a company that makes products.
Mm-hmm.
They make products and they help people to start businesses that they support. And it's really as simple as that because like you said, Ivan, it's not what it was. It's a company that's been around over 60 years. So of course, if it's still around, it has evolved. It
Right.
has had to change dynamically. And and so it's a business that produces products, but how would you describe them? What kind of products would you say we have? What categories?
I'll show you, right? Because I there's over 400 SKUs. Um, it has personal care, skincare, supplements. One of my favorite ones, it's sports nutrition because I am passionate about that. See, this brand, this is the one that I represent. There of all of those hundreds of products, I chose to go, work on a niche because that's the one that I feel comfortable, right? And I think if you are evaluating this opportunity, find your niche, find the where you feel more comfortable, talking about. I have some products here. I'm going to show you right now because this is what I use here back home. This is since I go to the gym every day. Well, almost every day. I go like 5 or 6 times a week to the gym. Uh, this is the amino acids. This is called the muscle multiplier. I have
Hmm.
so good experience using this product because when you do exercise, you're breaking those fibers, right? And you
Yes.
need amino acids, amino acids to rebuild. And from one day to the other, my experience is that if you hit the irons hard today, tomorrow you can keep going on because these products, in my opinion, helps going faster to that rebuilding phase. That's what is called muscle multiplier. It's been amazing. One of the other products that I use is this. This is called the lean muscle. It helps you lose fat, but not muscle. If you want to get like ripped, of course you got to do some diet and changes. I quit sugars, carbohydrates, right? But I
Yep.
have all these amazing products that helps me on my goal. This is another one. It's called the excess energy and focus. This is one of my favorites. It gives you more energy, right? Sometimes you want to go to the gym and you don't have like that you know you want to go, but you feel like tired, right? Because the day things happen. But with this, you start pumping, and then something happens that and then you want more, and then you want more, and you can finish. And once you finish, you want more. Isn't that what we want, right? And I use this as well. This is double X. This is the multivitamin mineral, right? It has 22 vitamin and minerals and 22 plant concentrates, which is amazing. And this is melatonin with magnesium. This is sweet dreams. This is what I used to go to sleep. I mean, we have how many people do we know that they wanna build muscle, right? How many people they want to get ripped? How many people want more energy and focus? How many people they don't eat well, right? Because this will fill the gaps. How many people do we know that would like to have a good night's sleep and rest? So we have amazing products, Ken, that we can sell, make a profit, but most of all, people are gonna love the products because they're amazing, and
Agree.
that they will keep right asking for the products, and that's how you start making money, right? Creating a clientele. So you run your own business on your terms, right? You choose what I was saying, your specialty. As I said, I chose sports nutrition because I love that, right? You set your schedule, you grow at your own pace.
So let me stop you just for 1 second. So when you say choose your specialty, you talked about it briefly, but let me jump back in
Sure.
so that people, if they're a guest tonight, they can think about this. You've got sports nutrition, which you kind of bridge the gap there. You hit sports nutrition and nutrition.
Right.
So you can kind of specialize in sub niche down into sports nutrition. You can talk about nutrition in general. You can
Mhm.
talk about skincare. I mean,
Right.
let's face it, they're all related to nutrition, but there's skincare products, which includes makeup and other stuff, but primarily focused on um, protecting the skin or reducing signs of aging, stuff like that, right?
Right.
Then you have, because people always like to look better, then you also have, you talked about personal care items, toothpaste, shampoo, and we have an incredible new line of shampoo products and, bathing stuff. It's not very sexy when you think about personal care, but we all use it
Every
every day. Everybody does. There isn't anybody any of us know that doesn't use some level of personal care products. And then we also have the old, I call it old, these are not old, these are newly formulated, cutting edge products, but, home friendly products, but we have home care products as well.
right.
Why? Because as a business owner, people wash their clothes every week,
Right.
right? And they take care of their house. They clean their counters after they, make dinner. They they have to clean their windows. They have to clean a toilet. They have to wash stuff, whatever. And so we have all those categories,
Right. Right.
right? And that's the thing.
Why supermarkets are so successful? Because they sell products that everybody buys.
That's
And
exactly right.
why we are so successful? Because we sell products that everybody buys and keep buying. Right. I mean,
But
I my own best customer is myself. As I say, I use
me
all,
too.
right, and I capitalize on that, right? Because I'm gonna buy it anyways. How many people, how many houses do you know? People who lives in the house, and people who live in those houses, they have, they buy all of these products, and that's the beauty of it. It's so beautiful, right? Having a business that the products are sellable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
They move. It's easy, right?
Yes.
We have to learn how to do it. So yeah.
And they have an incredible guarantee. That's the
Of
other
course.
thing. So there's two sides to think of. One is the consumer side, but we're talking tonight about being a business owner that represents these products,
Mhm.
that makes money from these products. But the low risk side, and I know you're going to talk about it, is the fact that they have a 180-day satisfaction guarantee on almost all of these products.
And that gives you the confidence to sell anything because you are backed up by the Amway Corporation. It's not me or you or us dealing with that. That's the beauty of having a corporation so big and so solid, that they have a department that deals with that. The drop shipping, the warranties, the credit card, uh, charges and everything. I mean,
Everything.
you and I, the only thing we have to do is, use, have the experience with these amazing products, and talk to other people to have the same experience if they want. And then, right, if they want to build a business, it's all about volume. Can it's the more this product, quantities move, well, the more volume is. How many people, you know, brushes their teeth every day? Full
Yep.
everybody and
Everybody.
that is volume. The more people using the products and selling the products, the more volume. And that's what I like. It's so simple. It's very simple business,
Yes.
right? So I'm gonna do this really quick, so because the time is already up. But when you compare their model and the Amway IBO model, right? It's 1-to-1 ratio. This is one to many ratio, right? Have a situation, they say, one customer at a time, one transaction at a time, always on your own. This is a cycle, right? Recurring customers because they love, the products. Um, it focus on relationships, and then we build a team. So it's that. So, their model is cost reduction. You have a situation driving on your favorite app, right? Ride share, and you're not gonna have a mentor sitting next to you saying, "Listen, this is what I do. Lower the volume. Put this music specifically. That's what I do. And if you have this situation, this is what I did." No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. They will say, "Listen, go watch a video or download the frequent ask questions." But here, yes, you have people who will sit down with you and tell you their experience and how they manage, because they have the experience, and that's priceless, right? So we have support from Amway, right? Skill up opportunities, mentorship, which that was what I'm talking about. So you win, we win. So the independence equation revisited, right? Desire for more plus opportunity for extra income, plus you gotta have skin in the game, of course, plus control, right? So desire for more, of course, you have it. Everybody wants, more. The opportunity for extra income. As I said, you can start selling products and making money right away. You can make $100, $1,000. It all depends. Uh, One of the things that I really love, you are very good creating these scenarios, and you send me different scenarios. I am using that. I ask people, listen, how much do you want to make a month, extra? And some people would say, $300 or $500, and I'll say, okay, well, let's see what I have to do, and it will show you exactly what you have to do, in order to make that happen. So it's and it's very simple, as I said. So skin in the game. We have a $76 annual fee, which when you've signed up, Amway is giving you a gift valued at 96. I don't know if that tells me that actually you're not you're getting in the business, and you are getting more, right? And you will have the double X, right? They will send you the small pack of the 10-day double X. They will send you the blister pack of the excess energy and focus as a gift, right? So you can share with some friends, and then you have the vitamin C, the serum. It's amazing. So okay, sale purchase requirements: no minimum sale. As you said, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Control, right? Because we're talking about that. Control. You control and you decide which products. As I said, I love this sports nutrition, right? You create your scale and your team. You decide who's gonna be, doing that. And right, we go back to the beginning, right? That doesn't mean to live on your terms, as we said. How would life starts to get better if we have business that it's very simple, and we can start making, I don't know, $500 extra a month, 200, 300. 700. I mean, that means that some people could start doing things, you know, I don't know, maybe save some money and then go on a really good trip, a year. Maybe you could go to Europe, with that money. Or maybe you can save it and then buy a property, right? Or have it, down payment for, I don't know, but we have on our hands the ability to, in a simple way, right? Of course, we got to work it, we got to learn about it, but it's a simple way that we can, create something. Now, this is the jackpot that I think, it goes beyond, because it doesn't matter what people do. If God says, listen, I'm inviting you by my side, come up, right, and then you're gone. For the family, it's gonna be quite a situation. But we have seen this business, and I'm talking because I am a dad, right? And you are a dad, and I know a lot of people are moms and dads. And it's a very important thing for the family, that if you create a business, right, this business can pass on to the next generation, and they can still, right, build the business on top of what you built. See, if my dad passed away, he was in the business. But if my dad was, like, I don't know, a CEO of a company, he was going to be replaced by another guy, not me, not anybody from the family, right? But in this business, it happens. So we are like this example, the proof that this business can pass down generation to generation. And to me, that's the most amazing thing, right? So, that's the last question. If you're ready to live on your own terms, and if so, then let's make it happen, because, 2 years is gonna pass by. We have always a good time. You and I, we've been, some special trips that we have earned, because they're
We have.
trips, and we love to be with you guys. Ken and Jennifer, they're very adventurous people. Sometimes they will rent a jeep, and then we'll go to these amazing places, you know, uh, with great mountains and beaches and hikes, because we love to do hikes. That's what we do when we go together.
Yeah,
And it's amazing. I don't know. Some people like to do that. Some people doesn't like. That's cool. We've
that's
been
cool.
to different states, Vegas, New York, Texas. I don't know, many places. Sometimes we go to a good restaurant, and have a meal and enjoy. I don't know, what is it that you like. It's possible, having, as I said, a business that you can, live on your terms. So I don't know if you want to add something up, Ken, about
You
that.
know what, Ivan, first of all, thank you. Thank you
Oh,
for sharing with all of us tonight. You're inspiring me, even though I don't even know how far away I am. 5,000 miles away from you,
yeah,
and 3 hour time difference. Thank you for being here tonight. This has been fantastic. You've given us a lot to think about. The only thing I would add is just to edify exactly what you said. Get started.
yeah,
Listen, for $76, you can be, if you're a guest tonight, you can be in business for yourself. Is it cost a little bit more? Sure. We're going to recommend that you order some products because you want to have the experience. We're going to recommend that you start getting some training and education to get going. Of course, we're going to do all that stuff, but you do it at your pace, on your terms. And if you say, no, I don't want to do that right now, great. It's your business. But here you will have the ability to do something on the side that's a little different, even if you have other businesses, where you can get something going where you have some more control without all the hassle and the risk that comes with most businesses. That's what's interesting. That is what Ivan talked about. And, um, and this is why you and I still do this, Ivan, because of all those benefits. So, listen, thanks again. All our best to Carmen, to your wife, And thank you for sharing with us. Team, we look forward to seeing you next Thursday night. If you're a guest tonight, get back with the person that invited you, and let them show you a little bit more about how the money's made. Let them get specific with you. Check out some of the products, and I promise you will not be disappointed, because even if you are, you can get your money back. So
That's
that's
how.
it.
That's all right. Well, thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate the invitation, and it was my honor. Thank
Thank
you.
you, my friend. All right. Have a great night, everybody, and we will talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.